Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, everybody. It is Monday, January 22nd. You know what that means. It is time for the High Risk Wrestling Recap. I am your host, Jeremy Pierce. Check out the socials. Charismatic Creations on Facebook and YouTube. Charismatic_Creations52 on Instagram. And, of course, the 215 on Twitter. This is going to be the last Monday. I'm putting an edict down. It's going to be the last Monday that this will air. But for now, let's get into the news. WWE and Panini's relationship is continuing despite the lawsuit battle. They are going to stick to the regular deal, and we will see how this all plays out. WWE and Fanatics wanted to jumpstart their new deal, but they got to wait until this one is done. Julia's negotiation status is getting a little bit more clear. She never got an offer from the WWE. And she's waiting. She's going to wait until her contract is up before she does any negotiating. Wherever she goes, she will be a major player. TNA has joined forces with Star Times to expand their presence across the world. So now TNA can be reached in over 30 countries, including those in Africa. This is really good. MLW will be moving soon. They will be getting a new home for the majority of their tenure. The residency has been with the 2300 Arena here in Philadelphia, and it looks like it will be ending with Super Fight and Wale Mania. They've been here since 2022 with a few shows in New York and Tijuana, but we will see where they go next. Kazuchika Okada is leaving New Japan Pro Wrestling. Sent a nice thank you letter to them and to the fans, and we will see where Okada goes next. Is going to be weird not seeing Okada in New Japan, but they did book one more Okada Tanahashi match, as these were the main two dudes that helped elevate New Japan to where it is today. And he's essentially going back and forth between either signing with the WWE and signing with AEW. AEW seems more likely because of the relationship that they have with New Japan, but he's also apparently really wanted to wrestle at WrestleMania. And if he does, there are two opponents that will help. Actually, three opponents: AJ, Finn, and Nakamura. Those three right there, the best opponents for Okada if he signs with WWE. Tama Tonga is also leaving New Japan Pro Wrestling. He lost his Never Overweight Championship last week against Evil, and we will see where he goes. I think he might be signing with WWE. I'm not overly sure. Seth Rollins was crowned PWI's Wrestler of 2023. The rest of the list goes like this: Woman of the Year, Rhea Ripley; Most Popular Wrestler of the Year, Cody Rhodes; Faction of the Year, Judgment Day; Tag Team of the Year, FTR; Match of the Year, Rhea Ripley versus Charlotte Flair for the SmackDown Women's Championship at WrestleMania 39; Inspirational, Mark Briscoe; Comeback of the Year, Trinity; Most Improved, LA Knight; Rookie of the Year, Soroka; Indie Wrestling of the Year, Matt Cardona; Feud of the Year, Sami Zayn versus The Bloodline; and Most Hated of the Year, Dominic Mysterio. Now remember, the PWI awards are fan voted because I do not agree with most of these. Wrestler of the Year was fine. Woman of the Year, obviously. Popular Wrestler of the Year, that's fine. But Faction of the Year, yes. Everything else is like, okay. Yeah, Tag Team of the Year, Match of the Year, it's tough. On the injury side of things, Cora Jade has torn her ACL. This happened at a house show. She will be out for at least a year. You know how these ACL injuries go. Keith Lee, he is finally getting surgery for injury that he has long needed to work on. He says took roughly 19 years, but he guesses it's his turn, time to get things fixed. And his wife Mia Yim came out against Ringside News, stating that he was getting surgery for heart and throat, which is absolutely false. And Seth Rollins has a knee injury. We don't know the extent of it. Looks like it might be a torn MCL and a partially torn meniscus. If he undergoes surgery for the meniscus, he can return in 3 to 4 weeks. 4 to 6 more likely. The torn MCL is the really tough part. We got to see what happens tonight on Raw when they confirm the injury. But that's the news, and we shall be right back. Guns up. Yo, Bullet Club Gold's theme is fire. But let's get into the week in review. Monday Night Raw. We know what this was all about. This was Don't Hinder the Gender. Drew interrupted Cody, and Drew again was telling the same story, making really good points, because Drew McIntyre is not wrong in what he is saying. And essentially, they're all saying that they'll finish their stories at the Royal Rumble and WrestleMania. Truth gave Priest his cut because he's selling bootleg merchandise. Yeah, this is just good comedy gold with our Truth and the Judgment Day. DIY defeated Dominic Mysterio and JD McDonough, so it looks like they'll be getting a tag team title shot at some point the way. Team Up Indy and Candice defeated Chelsea and Piper. Damian Priest says he'll deal with Drew McIntyre since nobody else wants to, and Rhea says she'll deal with the women's division. Gunther will enter the Royal Rumble and will go for the World Championship, seeing as how nobody can defeat him for the Intercontinental Championship. He also supports Kaiser in his attacks on Kofi. Woods takes umbrage with this, and they have a match. The match ends in a DQ because Woods snaps. Kaiser attacks Woods backstage until Jay made the say, let's keep it going, man. Let's keep it going. Akira Tozawa defeated Ivar, and then after the match, Ivar and Valhalla attacked Tozawa and Maxine Dupree. Becky tells Rhea that she's afraid Rhea's better than her. And now Becky has one mission, that is to win the Royal Rumble and to defeat Rhea Ripley. Damian Priest and Finn Balor retained the Tag Team Championships over Awesome Truth. Shayna Baszler and Zoe Stark defeated Tegan Nox and Natalya. And the main event, the much hyped main event, Seth Rollins retained the World Heavyweight Championship over Jinder Mahal. There was a moment in this match where I strongly thought Jinder was going to win. I really thought Jinder was going to win. He had the perfect plan, and they got me. They got me. Drew stopped Damian Priest from cashing in, so they will have a match next week. Raw gets a fist. That was a fine show. Nothing crazy. Over on Dynamite, Send Hook, the other much hyped World Championship match. This show got a thumbs up. Christian retained the TNT Championship over Dustin Rhodes. This was a good match. Swerve acknowledges how good Hangman Page is, but he doesn't get to face him anymore. He's beat twice, and now he's coming for the World Championship. Jericho wants to cash it, and Seidel offers up a tune-up match on Rampage. Orange Cassidy and Trent defeated Penta and Commander. And then Undisputed King comes out and tells Orange Cassidy they're taking his international championship. Hangman Page blows off his loss to Swerve, which I really don't like, and he also says he's coming for the World Championship. Mark Briscoe celebrates his brother. It's been 1 year since Jay Briscoe tragically passed in that car accident. This was really good. The Bucks were fantastic in their interview with Renee Paquette. They call them Nicholas and Matthew. They are going to use their executive vice president powers to do things the right way, quote unquote, and get things done. Do something different, build, and they got to start getting rid of the past. As you know, they let toxic workers come in. Even and Sting's not that. Sting's a consummate professional, but they got to get rid of Sting. This is really good. They're just working everybody. Bullet Club Gold defeats the Mogul Embassy with a little bit of help from Anthony Bowens to win the Ring of Honor 6-man tag team championship. I think we're going to unify the AEW and the Ring of Honor trios belts. Deonna Purrazzo defeated Anna Jay, and she wants to know what's up with Toni Storm. Toni will face Deonna, says that she'll face Deonna when she's ready. Private Party defeated Top Flight, and in the main event, Samoa Joe retained the World Championship against Hook, and Hangman Page saves Hook after the match while Swerve looks on. From TNA, we got the first official return of TNA. This is TNA, and the name of the show is Impact Wrestling. So Jake Something wins an X Division Scramble match. Will Ospreay says this is Josh Alexander's one chance to put him down. Zaya Brookside defeated Tasha Steelz. I need a little bit more from Tasha. She needs some direction. We got a recap of the DJ Wu Kid, AJ Francis, and Joe Hendry incident from Hard to Kill. The Grizzled Young Veterans defeated Kaz and Eric Young. Kaz turned on Eric Young after the match. The system works. That's what they believe. Nick Nemeth comes out and he says he will work his way to the top to earn a world championship match. Steve Macklin calls Nick a phony, and then Nick drops him with a zigzag. PCO defeated G. Vidal in the main event, and the Beautiful main event. Josh Alexander defeated Will Ospreay. So get the thumbs up. SmackDown. Roman doesn't get his way again. The show gets the fifth. So Roman is upset that he has to be here to fix things. AJ Styles, LA Knight, and Randy Orton signed the contract for the championship match at the Royal Rumble. Aldis threatens to strip Roman of the belt if he doesn't sign, because Roman didn't come out, Paul Heyman did. It ends with Knight and AJ fighting. Legado del Fantasma defeated the LWO. This isn't over between them, not in the slightest. Tyler Bate and Pete Dunne defeated Pretty Deadly. And Pretty Deadly's excuse was, we were ready for Butch, not Pete Dunne. We had the KO show with Logan Paul. And listen, Logan Paul's good at this. KO absolutely ripped him. This ends with them fighting. Logan Paul snuck KO with a punch. KO got right back up. Started beating up KO, but then Paul hurt his hand. Solo says so fix everything. Katana and Kaden defended and retained the tag team championships against Isla Dawn and Alba Fire. I have no idea why this match happened. Alba and Isla have been on TV twice since Halloween. This was I don't get it. Damage Control was at ringside to watch the match. Though he still has AJ's back, even though he doesn't acknowledge them. Solo takes out Knight and AJ Styles during their match, and then Randy Orton defeated Solo in their match. Roman takes out Randy, signs the contract, and goes to spear Randy, but gets hit with an RKO. This was fine. Over on Rampage, Chris Jericho defeated Matt Sydal. Takeshita attacked Jericho after the match. Penta defeated Anthony Henry. Ruby Soho wants to know why Saraya and Harley did what they did, and they all put the blame on Anna Jay. This is going to get interesting. Chris Statlander defeated Queen Aminata. Jay Lethal was tired of Jeff Jarrett, as he didn't even show up for the match, so he's done. Willow shows up, and her ticket, not the flight, but her ticket was canceled, and Stokely he's scheming. In the main event, Darby Allin defeated Jeff Hardy. A crazy match. It wasn't a no DQ match. It was just like the ref was lax with the rules, and Jeff didn't show Darby any respect after the match. Over on Collision, it's not over between FTR and the House of Black. So John Moxley defeated Shane Taylor by ref stoppage. And listen, I like this match. The winner was never in doubt. It was a good match, but like, we can't keep having these matches where we know it's going to be a good match, but we know who the winner is. There's got to be some stakes here. Mox is pissed and tells everyone to keep up, friend or foe. Darius Martin answers and loses the Cope Open. Copeland will still continue climbing to get a shot at the TNT Championship again. Bryan Danielson and Claudio Castagnoli brush off Eddie and Ortiz. Private Party Top Flight would do it again. Thunder Rosa defeated Queen Aminata. This was Thunder Rosa's first singles match back in 17 months. This was a good match. The Bang Bang Scissor Gang is formed. So yeah, we're definitely unifying the trios titles. Dan Garcia defeated Buddy Matthews, and then a big brawl broke out between these warring groups. This is not over in the least, so next week we'll get a six-man steel cage elimination match. Yeah, Roderick Strong defeated Matt Sydal. In the main event, Bryan Danielson and Claudio Castagnoli defeated Eddie Kingston and Ortiz. Danielson spit on Eddie Kingston after the match. I don't like it. Our matches of the week from Dynamite: Christian Cage versus Dustin Rhodes to retain the TNT Championship. From Impact, Josh Alexander versus Will Ospreay. For Rampage, Darby Allin versus Jeff Hardy. From Collision, John Moxley versus Shane Taylor. And Dan Garcia versus Buddy Matthews. Star of the week. There's a lot of people I could have given this to, but I'm giving it to Thunder Rosa. My girl is back. Where the hell is Julia Hart? I'm just saying, where the hell is Julia Hart? But that's our show. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to check out the socials, Charismatic Creations on Facebook and YouTube, Charismatic_Creations 52 on Instagram, of course the 215 on Twitter. That is our show. I will see you when I see you. Peace.